The Wall Street Journal editorial page stated, Mr. Biden's campaign promise that he'd appoint a black woman to the Supreme Court is unfortunate because it elevates skin color over qualifications. But no pun intended. Is it all really so black and white? By looking at the one black justice on the Supreme Court, Associate Justice Clarence Thomas, I believe we can sometimes find justification for taking race and gender into consideration when making a Supreme Court nomination. Thomas is now the longest serving sitting justice on the Supreme Court. When he was nominated by President George Herbert Walker Bush in 1991, there was never really any question that Bush would nominate an African American to replace the legendary Thurgood Marshall. However, as President Biden goes through the process of deciding which black female he will nominate, what most Americans will really need to keep in mind is that race is not a reality with one dimension. Despite what some might think, black reality is as multifaceted and complex as is all human reality. And the views of black Americans cover the full scope of the political spectrum. Clarence Thomas has shown himself to be a brilliant conservative addition to the court. Had not Bush felt it politically important to replace Marshall with an African American, our country would be worse off if we didn't have this brilliant mind, if we had not given this African American the opportunity to contribute immeasurably to our nation. But what Biden thinks is a historical plus regarding race and gender matters with his opportunity to make this appointment, we have to note the irony that Joe Biden was then the chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee, and Thomas had to go through that process. Then Senator Biden presided over the confirmation hearing that he allowed to be transformed into a carnival of pornography, allowing Anita Hill to make shameful public accusations about Thomas that had no place in a Senate hearing. In a recent documentary, Thomas spoke about what happened and how under Joe Biden's chairmanship of the Judiciary Committee at that time, liberals sought to destroy him because he was a conservative.
So people should just tell the truth. This is the wrong black guy. He has to be destroyed. Just say it. Then now at least we're honest with each other.
In fact, the track record of liberals toward minority Americans who are not liberal is not pretty. Janice Rogers Brown, a conservative, libertarian African-American woman who served as a justice on the Supreme Court of California, was nominated by President George W. Bush to the U.S. Court of Appeals in the District of Columbia Circuit. Senate Democrats blocked her nomination for 2 years until she was finally confirmed in 2005. Miguel Estrada, another example, a distinguished Honduran American attorney who arrived as an immigrant without being able to even speak English, and he wound up graduating magna cum laude with a Juris Doctorate degree from Harvard Law School. Democrats blocked Bush's nomination of Estrada to the District of Columbia's Circuit Court of Appeals, and only because he was a conservative. The point is, our country has a complex history and cultural reality in addition to its ideals. And among our ideals should be mutual human respect and decency. So let's hope as our nation walks through the nomination of selecting our next justice for the Supreme Court, that President Biden will look beyond gender and race and actually take a deep look at merit. And let's pray that the progressive left doesn't use the then Senator Biden playbook that interjected racial stereotypes into the process so to only get the black females that the progressives want, that they like, onto his list.